All right, what's up, guys? So this video is kind of the last step in surveying the land, in deciding on your niche. You went through, obviously, the niche worksheet to kind of get an idea of all those different factors that we want you guys to be aware of. And that's really good whether you're doing search engine optimization or lead generation. But one thing that I think can even make you better and stronger. Maybe you freaking think you got the best niche picked out, and maybe you do. Maybe it's just low-hanging fruit. It fits all the criteria. You're all about it, or you got a client and they're just perfect. They, you know you can go in there even though you don't know much yet, but based on what we're kind of telling you and the trust that you have in us, you're kind of like, dude, I know I can dominate that based on what these guys are saying. This is kind of this would be for the person who is going into a niche specific for lead generation and is going to have to still find a client once they generate the leads. This is going to give you one extra notch on your belt as one more thing you can do to help you identify that niche if you want to go into it or if it's going to be a tougher prospecting gig. Now, with that being said, I've trained this to thousands and thousands of people up until this point, and I've never taught them this. So this is new, and I'm adding this. Instead of adding this later on, I figure why not add it to the start, because I think it might even help you jog your memory a little bit better if you're struggling on coming up with niche ideas, okay? So what you're looking at is you're looking at 4 different levels of, we'll call it 4 levels of a prospect. And where I see many people screw up when they get into this space of lead generation or even selling search engine optimization as a service is they always end up spending their time going after ice cold traffic, ice cold prospects, when in reality, if you just take a moment and to get really clear on who you should be talking to and why you should be talking to them, it will save you, I'm talking years and years of heartache, years and years of going into the wrong space, years and years of going the wrong way. And I can tell you, and I can speak to this from experience because I didn't learn this concept. This was not something that I came up with. This was something that was taught to me by someone that I look up to. And I've modified it slightly for our business because I do believe there's a couple other levels that weren't taught. But I want to go through them one by one with you because I think this will be the last thing I want you to do in your niche selection. And just because your niche selection might fall under ice cold does not mean you should not go into it. It's just showing you that it is a bit tougher to land a client when you know no one in that space or they're not currently looking. So let me kind of go through these with you one by one. And I think this is going to make a whole lot of sense. It totally clicked in my mind. And from many of the students that I've trained up until this point, when I taught them this stuff and I gave them this kind of outlook, it totally changed the way that they went into their prospecting before they would build out a niche in general, because they wanted to get clear on a couple of these different things. So let's start at the easy money, because who doesn't like some easy money, right? So easy money. And everyone has different levels of their network, right? And I want to jog your memory on this stuff. And I'm going to probably give you some tools as well to help you with this if you struggle with this type of thing. But everyone's network is different. Some people just moved into a brand new town and they literally don't know anyone, okay? Some people have lived in the same area and they have a monster network, right? They say your network is your net worth, right? So it's not a bad thing to have a network of people that you can, that you can pull upon, that you can ask, that you can speak to, okay? And so with that being said, I want to state 2 things. Number 1, oftentimes we forget just because we maybe moved to a new town or a new country or a new city that we don't know other people from where we came from. We lived somewhere at some point, right? So we do know people. Number 2, I'm specifically giving you questions of or statements of business owners, right? People who have a business. But the other caveat I want to put into this training is people that you know who work at a business. And I can tell you, I know, and I've seen every one of your guys' Facebooks. Every one of us has a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, you name it, a cousin, a coworker, a past coworker, a high school sweetheart, you name it. We all know people, and in this day and age, in 2016, 2017, 2018, and beyond, we have some of the most incredible tools at our fingertips, aka Facebook, where we literally can connect with people from all areas of our life, from back in grade school, middle school, high school, all the way into our working years and beyond, right? And so I don't want, when I say these statements to you, and I know you're probably feverishly writing them down, but don't worry, you can always pause the video and write them down. Understand that I also am speaking to people that you know who may work at a business. And I think everyone who is not an entrepreneur, who wouldn't be categorized as a business owner, will fall into this category as well. So don't always focus your effort down here on the cold stuff when I get there, but think outside the box of people that you know inside of your network that could be the person that is the link in the chain to the person that you need to talk to. Okay, let's start. So easy money is always going to exist with people that you know who have a business or work at a business and currently want or will want the skills you are currently learning from this training. Let me restate that. People that you know who have a business and currently want or will want the skills you are currently learning from this training. A couple ways to identify this is, let's just say you know Joe the carpet cleaner. And one way to figure out if Joe the carpet cleaner needs lead generation, needs more customers, is to do some research about Joe and see if is Joe advertising anywhere? Is he on the TV? Is he on the radio? Is he in the newspaper? Is he in the coupon clipper? Is he on the billboard? Whatever. Do your due diligence, do your research on Joe the carpet cleaner if he's like a buddy of yours from high school or whatever, right? If he or she is advertising, okay, this means they want customers. People don't advertise for anything more than the result of that the advertisement brings them. Okay, you don't put yourself in the yellow pages or on television just for the sake of putting yourself on there. You're looking for the result of what that advertisement, that marketing is going to do for your business. So that would fall into someone who would want the skills. Of course, they need to believe in you, but because you know them or you have a direct link to them, you have a very good chance at doing well with this person. Okay, so that's going to be your easy money. That's going to be your top tier. So it's that business owner that you know, that you have a friend that knows, maybe a family member that knows, or this is one I kill with, a business owner that I've spent money with too. Okay, I'll go and get things done around my house simply because A, they need to be done, but B, because it gives me a chance to get this business owner in my grips. Now I'm a customer. Now I have a license to pitch. Okay. And I generally look for the businesses that I'm going to hire on services like Thumbtack, Home Advisor, that type of thing. They're running Google AdWords. And the reason why I do that is because I know that they want what I can do. They're buying leads from Thumbtack, meaning that they're already sold on the concept of it, or they're paying for pay-per-click advertising, or they're running an ad in the newspaper. Okay, these are the types of people. Advertisers, people that advertise and market tend to advertise and market. Okay? So number 2 is our top tier. So this would be like the second tier of where the money is the easiest, okay? And these are people that you know, or again, these could be people that you went to high school with, whatever, but people that you know who have a business, but are not currently looking for what you will be offering, but would be willing to listen. Okay? This may be like a friend of yours, who knows, friend, acquaintance, what have you. They have a business, you do your due diligence, and they don't advertise anywhere. I mean, it's freaking crickets. There's no advertisement out there. There's no marketing. Who knows? They may not have a website. I mean, it may be just as ugly as can be. But you know what? They like you. Maybe you've done something solid for them in the past. Maybe your kid plays on their soccer team, and they'd be willing to listen. They'd at least be willing to listen, and especially with some of the stuff I'm going to be training you, they'd be at least willing to try out some of the leads that you're going to be generating soon. Okay? This is a top tier type of a prospect, top tier prospect right there. Because just because they don't market, and I just told you in the previous one that marketers and advertisers market and advertise, that's why that's easy money. Top tier is still someone that's willing to listen to you. And I know we're going to train you to build and bring the results. So I know this is going to be a great prospect for you. And so if you're working on your niche and you have any that fit into these top 2 spots here, that's awesome. Again, if they don't, that's fine too, but just know that, going forward, or if you want to re-look at some of your niches and look back through people that you may know and whatnot, those are the criteria that I'm really looking for in this day and age. I want to know places I've done business. I want to know friends that work places, and I want to know business owners that I've known if I'm going to just jump right in blind into a marketplace, because heck, I got an easy license to pitch and a license to offer them. And heck, I like doing business with people that I know, like, and trust. Okay. Mid-level. So mid-level is kind of like you're going through that yellow stoplight. It doesn't mean you can't make it through. It doesn't mean that it won't be fine. You won't get a ticket and waste a bunch of time. But this is people that you don't know who have a business but are not currently looking for what you have to offer. Okay? Oh wait. People you do not know who have a business but are not currently looking for what you have to offer. This is incorrect. This is supposed to be, let me fix that real quick. See? Look at that. Just a little editing. People you don't know. So you don't know these people, not from Adam, who have a business but are currently looking for what you have to offer. I threw the not in there for some reason. Okay? This person is someone that's advertising. There is someone that they are someone that's marketing. They may be on Craigslist saying they need more customers or putting ads up. They may be on AdWords. They may be in the Coupon Clipper, but you don't know them. You don't know them from Adam. Okay, so they're in all reality, they're cold to you. Okay, but they want what you have to offer. Maybe they're over on Elance or Odesk or one of these like online freelancer services, and they're saying, hey, I need a website build, or I need lead gen, or whatever, right? I need SEO services, okay? And we teach a lot. We're going to teach you guys a lot of different skill sets, and we're going to teach you how to splinter them out in later videos to come. But people that you don't know who have a business but are currently looking for what you're going to have to offer, okay? Lead generation, leads, okay? That type of thing. And then lastly, it's the ice cold, okay? This couldn't be any colder. This couldn't be any tougher to land either. This is the hardest rung on the ladder, okay? This is the hardest rung, and this is generally because people don't put a little forethought, which is why I wanted to train this earlier than later for you guys. People don't generally think about this before they jump into a niche. They go through all the due diligence stuff I told them to do, and they're like, dude, low-hanging fruit, this looks great, blah, 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 but they don't necessarily identify if there's any mid-level clients at a minimum in that niche. That's my fault. That's why this is being trained now rather than like it has been later on. Okay? This is people you do not know who are not looking for what you can offer, but they could use it. You know they can use it because you're like, heck, man, what are you doing? You don't have any web presence, or you're not advertising, your business is failing, or whatever the case may be, right? We know we can help them, but they're not necessarily raising their hand saying this is what we want, So these are by far and above the toughest people to sell anything to, because they don't know you and they're not looking for what you have to offer. So if you put yourself in their shoes, it's the equivalent of someone knocking on your door cold and selling you a cleaning supply, cold, that you're not even looking for, and they're going to get a pitch in. And look, if you know anything about people that sell door-to-door cleaning supplies, they sell a heck of a lot of cleaning supplies, but they also get the door slammed in their face over and over and over again, and it's surely not easy money. It's hard freaking work. And so for you guys, my job is to, number one, lead you, guide you, train you, but number two is to try to lead you to the money in the easiest, path possible. And so I'm so happy that I could train you guys this stuff early on in this training, and before you dive headfirst into the niche that you've picked is to just make a note, write this stuff down on a note paper and mark, where do you think your niche is? Is it an ice cold niche? Is it a mid-level? Is it a top tier? Or is it an easy money niche? Okay? Dig deep in your brain and think about the people that you know and understand that you don't always have to go into a niche in your city that you live in or the market that you live in. You could go into a niche in other markets if you have someone that might be a top tier or an easy money type of a client because you have some personal connection or personal in with them. Guys, in life, a lot of times it's about who you know and how you get places quicker. We all know that. And so it definitely makes things tougher when you got to go and knock on doors cold, even when you have awesome clients that want to pay for the leads that you've learned how to produce through this training. Without the person paying you, you can't take the leads to the grocery store and get milk. You just can't. So I want to train you not only the skill set of how to generate leads and be able to do search engine optimization and be able to help these business owners in an awesome fashion, but I also want to help you in sifting through taking longer than potentially necessary because it's an ice cold marketplace that you're dealing with. Every business owner in the niche isn't advertising at all, right? They don't market at all. And so they're kind of, maybe they need it, maybe they could use it, but it's going to be a lot tougher sell, and it can get very discouraging for you if you don't find that right business owner quickly on the first one. Guys, this business took me over 18 months to master. I'm getting smarter by the day with not only learning from you guys as I train you and see the incomplete areas of my training where I could get better like I'm doing for you guys now. Here's what I can tell you. In those first 18 months that were very tough, I wish I would have understood this concept right here. Okay? I learned all the stuff that I taught you guys in the due diligence worksheet, but this part is what I didn't learn. Okay? And so I'm so excited that you guys now know this. Add this into your due diligence every time as the last step, or maybe it's the first step, and it helps you identify the areas you go. It could go either or, but use it so you know what you're getting into and you can mark that off when you get into a niche so you know how complex or how hard it may be, okay? With that being said, guys, I'm going to see you guys on the next videos. Looking forward to it. Peace.